The 2014-2015 school year was a year of change. Not only did I change schools, but I myself also changed. Gone were my 12 years of uniforms and tiny class sizes, and in came entirely new and amazing experiences. Part 1. What? I began my journey at the University of Cincinnati like most other freshmen, both excited and afraid. As a commuter and an out-of-state student, I constantly wondered how I was going to make friends and get involved. I found out very quickly that I had nothing to worry about. In my opinion, the best service that UC offers its first-year students is the opportunity to be part of a learning community, or LC. My LC and I had an instant bond with one another, and I know that they're always going to be there for me when I need them. The family that we created in my learning community was the single most influential aspect of my first year of college, and I love them. However, there is another experience that comes in at a very close second: Roar Tour. As an introverted, awkward young person, I often had and still have some trouble in social situations, so obviously I thought becoming a tour guide for UC was such a great idea. For this decision to make sense, I need to rewind a little bit. I first heard about Roar Tour Guides from my peer leader, Brooke, and I heard about the program and I knew I had to be a part of it. Although I was scared out of my mind through the entire application and interview processes, I knew that putting myself out there would be greatly beneficial for me. Then, I got in. I was one of over 300 applicants and one of 34 new tour guides. This not only boosted my confidence, but also allowed me to meet so many amazing people that I am proud to call my friends. Roar even ended up getting me a job on campus as a student ambassador in the Office of Admissions. So, in just a few short months, I went from being undoubtedly shy in social and professional situations to being significantly more confident and sure of myself. And although that awkwardness still remains, I'm okay with it. Especially when I realized that my new Roar family voted me most likely to trip on a tour. Which I guess is true. I guess some things just never really change at all. Like I said before, I'm a little bit of an introvert. But the thing is about me is that I'm an introvert that doesn't really want to be one. Making friends in college was a scary thought until I actually started doing it. And the relationships that I have made so far in my college career have catapulted my college experience sky high. I've gone to football games and held the crowd surfing Bearcat. I've gone to see Walk the Moon with some of my amazing friends. I've had girls' night and actually won a game of pool, which if you know me is pretty remarkable. But I've also done so much more. I credit these experiences partially to some advice that I got from a student when I came to UC for orientation. She told me, don't go to school, go to college. They're very different things. And I've done just that. I have also spent a lot of time volunteering at Cincinnati Children's Hospital and Medical Center. While I've spent time in both the Inpatient Activity Center and the General Speech Pathology Department, I learned so many important lessons, but I also made connections with so many healthcare professionals. As I gained more observation hours, I saw something that ignited a spark in me. I became extremely interested in speech pathology, working with people who have neuromuscular disorders. And after speaking with my supervisor and various other speech-language pathologists, I was able to get a volunteer position in the Perlman Center at Cincinnati Children's. The Perlman Center provides occupational, physical, and speech therapy to children and young adults with neuromuscular disorders such as cerebral palsy and muscular dystrophy. Even in theory, this assignment seemed a perfect fit for me. And after just a few weeks at the center, I find myself now unable to stop smiling whenever I think about the kiddos that I interact with each week. It is these smiles of the children that I will think about whenever I get discouraged in my studies or have to do an all-nighter, because in a few years, that could be my life, and I'm amazed by that. Part 2. So what? Once I got to college, I definitely appreciated the education that I received in high school. While many of my classmates struggled with the transition, I found that I was thriving in the environment of independence, responsibility, and self-motivation. To be honest, I had never really considered that my education had been something that had helped to shape me as a human being other than educationally. but I could not have been more wrong about that. Not only did my teachers prepare me academically, but they also taught me to be someone who wanted to go make a difference in the world. This appreciation is something I now carry with me always. And in 1 year, UC has already offered me so many amazing opportunities. And unlike high school, I am taking the initiative now to appreciate these things and how I can learn from them holistically. Part 3. Now what? My goal for this first year of college was to do things that scared me as much as I could, and to take risks, because that was very unlike me in high school. Of course, all of the risks that I took this year did not end up as positive experiences, but hey, at least I tried them. For this next year, there are so many things that I want to experience and accomplish. This will be the year that I take my anatomy cadaver lab, and that will be an interesting experience, unlike one I've had before. This year is also the year I hope to leave the country and study abroad. Additionally, this is the last year I'll be a teenager, which is crazy to think about. I've accomplished so much already, but I want to do so much more. So this next year, that's my simple goal: to do more. Not only to do more as a student, but also just to do more of what makes me happy. I have so much more I want to do, to achieve, to learn. 1 year down, 3 to go. At least of undergrad anyway. So my friends, my advice to you would be to dream big. Because goodness knows I will be.